What's up, everybody? It's your boy Brandon Blakeney, aka Brandon Lee TV, back at it again with another banger for y'all. Shout out to y'all showing so much love on the last video. I appreciate it. Keep subscribing, keep leaving comments. Let me know what y'all think. I appreciate y'all. All love. Now, getting into this next one, we're taking it to the NBA, the hardwood. We gotta look at a team that not a whole lot of people are talking about right now, and that's those Orlando Magic and their young core and why they could possibly win a championship in the next 3 years. Let's get into it.
You are now locked into the Live with Brandon Blakeney podcast. Here is your host, Brandon Blakeney.
So other than the 2018-19 playoff run as a 7th seed in the East, the Magic have been a league doormat since Dwight Howard got too big for Disney and headed off to La La Land. In the last 3 years, they have lost 151 games. My gosh. As of now, things are improving. They are making strides in their rebuilding effort. We're a few weeks past the All-Star break, and they have already won 5 more games at this point than they did all last season. Paolo Banchero.
I don't think you can hear me up there. Patrick, how are you? Good to see you.
Is that guy. And they know his name now, I assure you. He feels like the runaway candidate for Rookie of the Year, averaging 19 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists on top of that. He's attacking the cup at will, getting what he wants in the lane, and getting to the free throw line a lot.
And his co-partner, his co-star, his partner in crime is another 6'10 wing in Franz Wagner. Now, for me personally, I was pretty high on Franz Wagner coming out of Michigan. The downside for him, though, was that not only was he a foreign player, and for some reason, NBA hates foreign players.
That's cap.
Franz Wagner may be the NBA's most improved player, bumping his scoring average up from 15.2 last year to 18.9. He's a legitimate scoring threat on the wing right now. Look at him picking his spots. Wendell Carter and Mo Wagner have all stepped up their games as well. They've revived Wendell Carter. I mean, it's exciting to see. And then they added the specimen, Bol Bol, who rounds out the deep front court. Now, obviously, everybody, including myself, is ecstatic about the arrival of Victor Wembanyama. But I think the Nuggets gave up on Bol Bol way too soon. And some of the flashes he's shown going coast to coast and just his handle off the, just creating for himself off the bounce, he's shown some downright scary flashes at 7'2". Throwing a healthy Jonathan Isaac and his defensive capability, and he has the potential to be first team all defense with his length. With all those guys included, they have walking mismatches all over the floor. They're currently a top 10 ranked defense right now, and they're scoring 7.5 more points per possession than they did last year. The Magic have shown they can play with the league's elite, sweeping the defending champion Golden State Warriors, winning in Philadelphia, and winning 3 games over the Boston Celtics. The next big step for the Orlando Magic's development as a team will be getting the max potential and production out of their backcourt. Markelle Fultz is the most well-rounded. He's very effective when he's healthy, very balanced, stuffs the stat sheet, and gives this team a calming presence, and at his young age, still a veteran among this group anyway. But unfortunately, he's in street clothes more than not. Jalen Suggs has had some struggle, as well as Cole Anthony. Cole Anthony has probably produced the most out of the 3, but his scoring total has dropped this season. He's not getting as many shots like he was last season. And Jalen Suggs has battled injuries and consistency as well, but all 3 guys have upside, and all 3 have shown they can be productive players in this league. But I think with the development of this front court, they need a backcourt to complement it, and they have to accelerate things. We all know that NBA window for a championship closes in a minute. So I have 3 moves that they could make that will absolutely put them in contention to be an NBA champion in the next 3 years and the next potential dynasty in the NBA. 1. Adding Fred VanVleet. Now, he's expected to be a free agent this year, after this season this summer. He has a player option, and he will be looking to secure that bag. Deservingly so. He stepped up his averages, not shooting the ball as well this year, but still averaging 20 points. You know what I'm saying? Dishing the rock. He can also provide a veteran presence for this group at the point guard position, a steady leader, and someone to just get the ball to all these weapons that are around them and really run the show on offense. Next, the Magic have 2 potential lottery picks. And although there have been many mock drafts having them take many people, I think the most consistent is what I agree with. They draft Nick Smith, who is a complete 3-level scorer, walking bucket out of Arkansas, and he's shown flashes in college. I think the NBA is made for his game. He's good off the dribble, and he'll give them another option in the backcourt where they can rely on somebody else to really just create instant offense and be able to get their own shot. The next is Asar Thompson, 6'7", could be the best perimeter defender in this draft. Every mock draft you see, Thompson twins are top 5. I mean, 2 6'7" guys that are lottery, 1 point guard, 1 wing. What should people know about these guys?
They're tough. They're really tough. Like, my first thought when I first saw them, it's like if Andrew Wiggins had a twin. It's like, they're just ridiculous. Like, they both can defend. They both are just ridiculously athletic. They're just NBA players. Like, when you see them, you know that they're NBA players. They're going to do really well in the NBA. Like, there's no doubt about it. So I think that it's tough to tell them apart. They look so much similar, or so much alike. They play on the same team. So a lot of times, even when I'm going through the footage, I have to check, is that a man, is that a SAR? But I couldn't really tell you the difference between both of them. They're just both really well. Like, I know that people say one's a better defender than the other, but to me, like, they both seem really well on both sides of the floor. So I'm pulling for both of them. I think they're both going to be really good players in the NBA.
It's no secret that this team goes as Paolo does. He's the crown jewel franchise cornerstone for the Orlando Magic. He's adjusting to the NBA game at rapid speed. He is an elite company, averaging 20 points basically in his first year. It's just impressive. He's hit the ground running. He's getting those calls, getting to the line. He's finishing strong. He's playing like a grown man. He's just used to the physicality of the game already. It's insane just how much of a difference he's made on this team. He's also, a playmaker as well on the wing. So they've got some serious talent around them. Paolo really accelerated this thing. They got 2 lottery picks this year, which is crazy to think about, to add even more young talent or potentially explore more trades. You never know. But anyways, I think that pretty much sums it up. The Orlando Magic, though, a team on the rise for sure. Must-see TV, honestly, as of late. Very, very young team. A lot of talent. Y'all let me know who I should do next. Let me know in the comments. Holler at your boy. Let's look at some more NBA cores. Young cores, might have to do OKC next. Excited to see Chet Holcomb. As for me, that's a wrap. Make sure to subscribe to your boy, Brandon Blakeney, a.k.a. Brandon Lee TV. Appreciate you.
You are now locked into the Live with Brandon Blakeney podcast. Here is your host, Brandon Blakeney.